Hello, and welcome to TheMan Games. This is the podcast show. Is the Man
And the wife.
podcast. It is a Ask the Man Games episode. So we've been sending some questions, and we are gonna answer them. So the first question today is: if you could choose any two wrestlers to have a fight, and you could watch them live, who would they be? Do you want to answer this question first?
Yeah, so we can make up any match, any two people, and we're going to watch it live.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Just thinking, I'm thinking Finn Balor. I'm just trying to think who a good opponent would be. I probably might say that you might say to me, oh, we actually have seen that live. Finn Balor and Kevin Owens.
Mm.
Yeah, Finn Balor and Kevin Owens. You?
Well, probably obviously something from my childhood, so I'd probably pick Sting and Goldberg.
Okay.
Yeah, but if I was to pick someone more like modern, I'd maybe pick Finn Balor and AJ Styles.
Ooh, good shout. See, I was also thinking Finn Balor and Ricochet.
Mm. So, second question: what was the first match you ever saw? So it wasn't actually a match. The first real wrestling segment I remember watching was Sting and Bret Hart having a brawl around. I think it was an episode of Thunder, WCW.
Okay.
So they were brawling around the arena. So that's probably my first memory. I remember I had seen wrestling before that, but it's the first memory that sticks out to mind.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first? I remember the first match we actually sat down and watched together, but I know you've seen clips of that before.
The first one I actually remember watching is the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that we could have watched. I can remember we watched like 50 greatest moments or something like that, and those sorts of DVDs. But in terms of actually remembering sitting down and watching a match, well, obviously watched the whole pay-per-view, so whatever the first match on that pay-per-view was.
So can you remember anyone that was in the first match?
Not a clue.
So it was a triple threat match,
right,
inside of a steel cage for the World Championship. No?
Not a clue.
So if you just pick three wrestlers that you think it could have been, and then I'll tell you how wrong you are.
Triple H.
Nope.
John Cena.
Nope.
Randy Orton.
Nope.
Okay.
So it was Daniel Bryan defending his World Championship against The Big Show and Mark Henry.
Yeah, we'd never got that.
Yeah.
So what year was that Royal Rumble then? 2012.
13.
2012.
12?
Yeah, have to be.
Okay. I'm not arguing with you. I believe you.
Okay. Anyway, so Royal Rumble 2012, first pay-per-view, which is my first match, but I actually remember the Royal Rumble, not the actual matches on the card.
Who won that Royal Rumble then?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Sheamus.
Damn it. John Cena's the next year, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, damn it. Right, go.
So the third question is Raw, SmackDown, NXT, which is the best?
NXT.
A very quick answer. Why would you say that?
I just always, whenever I get a chance to watch wrestling, which obviously isn't, I'm not gonna lie, it's not every week, but I always enjoy an NXT show. Always enjoy their pay-per-views.
Yeah, exactly pay-per-views.
Yeah, but they're normal shows as well.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't. I'd say WWE isn't very consistent, so some weeks I obviously enjoy ones more than the other. I'd say currently I'm probably enjoying SmackDown more than Raw or NXT. But yeah, consistently I would say NXT is the better product.
Yeah.
But at the moment, I would say out of the three, SmackDown's probably more.
Yeah, I can say
favorite at the moment.
Fair play, as you said, consistency wise, that WWE are very good. So I think it's sort of in waves, isn't it? But overall, I reckon in terms of constant, consistency. NXT. I think that's probably why I chose NXT.
Question number 4. So out of these 3 types of matches, which is our favourite? A standard normal match, a TLC match, or a cage match? Out of them 3, I'd probably pick TLC, but my favourite overall would probably just be a normal ladder match.
Okay. Not a steel cage match. I definitely wouldn't want to watch one live. I think it would annoy me.
Yeah.
I think I'd go TLC as well. But I quite enjoy a good normal match.
Yeah, is that wrong with that?
Yeah.
Question 5. If you could choose one wrestler to be forced into retirement, who would it be? Well, I'm going to say someone. Well, they're meant to actually be retired, but I don't actually believe it. So I'm going to say The Undertaker, just because he said he's retired, but I don't actually believe it.
Okay, and you would like to force him into retirement because?
Oh, just because he's just had so many bad matches that have potentially shortened his life or career or whatever, or movements in his own body. So I just don't want him to keep doing that to himself, really.
I'm just thinking. Sorry. I agree with you. I'd say Undertaker is definitely somebody that should retire. I feel like he's not doing any favours now going back and doing these matches. For all those people who have watched the last ride on WWE Network, it's kind of heartbreaking that he feels the need to keep coming back because he has these horrendous matches and...
They aren't all his fault.
Oh, yeah, I'm not saying they are his fault.
I know, yeah. I'm just saying, his Goldberg match was more... I'd say Goldberg was the more the problem than The Undertaker.
Yeah. So, I think... But...
Oh, actually, I thought of someone else, actually.
You go for it. Give me another person.
Natalya.
Oh, okay. Why Natalya?
Just because she's been on for so long now and she doesn't really do a lot. She's just kind of there.
Yeah?
Yeah, so... Obviously, when it says forced, I don't want something to happen to her. To force... I'm not wishing her to get injured or something.
Yeah, but you just think that...
But I just think it's time for her to...
What about the Big Show?
That's a good call.
I feel like maybe he could do with hanging up his boots.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
At least he only comes back once in a little while.
That's true, he does.
You could say the same about Kane as well, to be fair.
Yeah, that's true.
So is Big Show your pick, would you say?
Yeah, I'm going to go Big Show.
So the next question is, what's your favourite movie that features a wrestler?
Favourite movie that features a wrestler? Oh. Really like The Blockers.
Oh, well.
So obviously it's not a wrestling film though, is it?
No, there's a wrestler in it. That counts, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd pick that. What about you?
I was thinking Fast and Furious 5 with Dwayne The Rock Johnson in. Even though the film is a little bit long, but I do think...
That one in Rio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like that. I also really like Game Plan with The Rock in as well. That'd be...
What show they do with their nephew, actually?
Yeah.
I did, not you.
Yeah.
What's the one that's filmed on the Gold Coast?
The Marine.
Yes, quite like that, just because it's filmed on the Gold Coast. I think I said the podcast before.
Yeah, you have.
Anyway.
In the Ready to Rumble episode. Not that I have a good memory or anything.
No, not the slightest.
So the next question is... Oh, so this is actually just a question for me. What's your least favourite match? So I'm not sure if this is meant to be type of match or an actual wrestling match.
Answer both.
Well, they've done a stairs match before, and I really didn't like that. Ooh, wow, you can use the steel steps. How many normal matches do you see and people get thrown into the steps anyway?
Very true.
So that's just a bit stupid. But least favourite match. It's really good content for
I was going to say
podcast
there's some serious thinking going on here.
Well, there was some really...
What's the first one that pops into your head? Like, there must be something just like you think of it.
Well, when I think worst match, I'm thinking of Brie Bella coming back and botching all them dives, but actually there's worse stuff than that. It's just I remember watching Sid Vicious break his leg by doing a big boot off the top rope, thinking, who the hell does that? No wonder you broke your leg. But yeah, there was just some really terrible matches in the end of WCW. It's probably one around that time. But I just can't think of one specific one off the top of my head. Actually, I'd maybe say Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler at WrestleMania 27.
Okay.
Just because they got so much time for two people. Well, like Michael Cole's not even a wrestler, and then there was Daniel Bryan and Sheamus had to fight on the pre-show, and they got like 20 minutes of WrestleMania time.
Yeah.
So that's just a bit.
Okay, fair play.
Shit in it, so I maybe say that. So the next question is, what is your favourite Molly Holly match? I think you've only ever seen Molly Holly in Royal Rumbles, I think.
Yeah, I can't think of a match that I've watched that's maybe a Mighty Molly match I might have seen.
Yeah.
But I can't. Unfortunately, I didn't watch the wrestling back in that time, so I don't know any. But you go ahead and.
Well, she had some really good matches. Trish Stratus, there was Trish Stratus and Bubba Ray Dudley teamed up against Molly and Chris Nowinski. I think it might have been like a hardcore match on Raw or something. That was pretty good. Favorite Molly Holly moment probably winning the hardcore championship at WrestleMania when she turned on the Hurricane. I think she hit him with a frying pan and won the hardcore championship off him. So yeah, but then she lost it later on to Christian in the night where he slammed the door into her face.
Okay.
Next question, if you could meet any wrestler from the dead, who would it be?
From the dead?
I'd say Eddie Guerrero probably straight away.
I knew you were going to say Eddie Guerrero. What would you ask him? Or what would you say to him? Because when you meet wrestlers, so when the man, so call you the wife then, when the man meets wrestlers, he often tells them like your favourite match, don't you, or something that's a memory, don't you? Say like why you're meeting them, sort of thing. And
yeah, I'd probably just say about his title run and how much I enjoyed his matches with JBL. That'd probably be like the top of the list thing I would say.
Okay. A wrestler I'd like to meet from the dead. I don't know why, but my mind seems to go to Warrior, but I don't really know why, the Ultimate Warrior. But he popped into my head.
Owen Hart maybe would be a good call as well.
Oh, yeah, that is a good
call. That'd be more like to ask him questions about his death more than actually.
Right. I'd love to meet Mae Young.
Oh, well, good call.
I think that would be brilliant. So, to meet her would be fantastic because she just, what a personality.
Yeah, she's something, all right.
Yeah. I just think she'd be a right laugh to meet. Do you know what I mean?
So the next question is, if you could bring one wrestler out of retirement, who would it be?
I know who your answer is.
Well, obviously my answer would be Sting.
Yeah.
But if it was someone to bring them back as a full-time wrestler, I'd probably have to say Paige. Just because she's so young and she's been forced into retirement so early on in her career.
Kind of stole my answer there.
So yeah, I'd probably pick Paige.
Or TJ.
Yeah, good call.
So I feel like,
a bit similar situation.
Very similar, yeah, kind of similar situation. That forced into retirement due to injury.
Just when he was starting to get a bit of a more TV time as well, which
which is a real shame.
Unfortunate. So he was such an underused wrestler in that time.
Yeah. Anybody else? I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head.
Christian is someone else that I thought of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Love a good Christian match.
I think we've got 3 good people there.
Yeah. So the next question is, if there is one match where you could have been in the audience for, what match would it be?
What match I want to be in the audience for? Have you got any in mind?
Well, I was thinking Sting Triple H at WrestleMania 31. That was the first thing that came to my head. But because the ending's a bit, well, it's proper dog shit. I was maybe going to say Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30.
Ooh, good shout. So I'm thinking Shane McMahon and AJ Styles at WrestleMania. Really enjoyed that match. But then I was thinking Lesnar, Roman Reigns, and then when Seth cashes in at Mania as well. I think those 2 would be. Well, actually, I would just pick Mania moments.
Yeah, good call.
But yeah, but I'd probably go Shane over the Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
But then what about Lesnar and Undertaker when?
Well, that's kind of. It's WrestleMania 30 as well, isn't it? So,
yeah, but you only get to pick one match.
You don't get
to pick the whole show.
No, so well, you kind of do, because if you'd see that match, you'd have been there for the whole show.
But that question is.
No, it's a loophole. It's a loophole.
Yeah. I see. Okay.
I would have to have watched Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker to see Daniel Bryan win the main event at WrestleMania.
All right. Okay. What if you'd only entered the arena just to watch that match? You take it back.
Stuff like that doesn't happen in real life.
Okay. And that's obviously what we're in right now in this.
Actually, we are in real life.
No, we are in real life.
This is a real life conversation.
No, but what I'm saying is that we're talking hypothetically, aren't we? So, anyway, next question.
We'll move on. What is your favourite wrestling moment?
This is easy, and it's because we were there, and it's AJ Styles debuting at Royal Rumble in 2016.
Yeah.
Just because it is the one moment that still gives me goosebumps. Don't know, just that moment for me was best moment.
Yeah. No, I agree. That would be up there with mine. It's probably watching Sting win the WCW Championship when I was a kid. That's probably like number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my heart, I would say, probably followed by AJ Styles debuting, and then third would probably Becky Lynch turning on Charlotte at SummerSlam when we were there.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Because that got the biggest pop of the night.
Yeah, true.
We were on Facebook Live, weren't we? And I said that we were there to see Becky Lynch win the title, and she didn't win it.
Oh yes, that's because when we booked our honeymoon through
Wrestle Travel.
That's the one, and then
we were on their Facebook Live.
Bombarded them, didn't we? Yeah. I did anyway.
I said I'm here to watch Becky Lynch win the SmackDown Women's Championship, and Charlotte Flair won.
And I babbled about everything else.
Yes, darling.
Next question.
What is your least favourite wrestling moment?
Least favourite wrestling moment?
It's probably not actually my least, but going back to Sting losing Triple H WrestleMania 31, that's definitely up there.
Yeah. Least favourite wrestling moment? That is a hard question to answer. The first thing that popped into my mind was that Roman Reigns and the whole dog food situation that went on.
That's not a match.
Is it?
Oh, I said moment. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So is that?
I said sorry. All right.
Okay. But an actual moment.
I need to try and stop swearing. It is stuff like that makes you a bit embarrassed to be a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
When they do crap like that.
You just think, God.
Like the karaoke segment on SmackDown, and then
Yeah.
dog eating, and then when they do like a kiss my ass match and stuff like that, that is a bit stupid.
It is, but I can't pick like one. There's not like one moment that pops in my head. I think that is the least favorite thing I've ever seen or whatever.
I was thinking the Montreal screw job.
That is a good point, though. That is something that it was.
More because it just really broke Bret Hart.
Yeah. Oh, can think that, like, because we were there once again, the end of NXT Brooklyn with Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, and just had no idea what happened at the end of the match, and I just remember that like ruining the night for me.
Yeah.
Because like we were in such a high, there was so many good matches, and it was it was like our first event that we went to on our honeymoon, so we were in a really good mood. And I can remember like just leaving so.
It kind of took the wind out of you, didn't it?
Definitely took the wind out of me. Yeah, absolutely. So that was the probably my least favorite. That's like one that pops in my head.
So the next question is, who do you think is the most improved wrestler?
Most improved. Someone who's not really wrestling much at the moment, but Nikki Bella is someone that pops in my head. I
thought Nikki Bella would have been my top 3.
Just because I think when she first started out, because she kind of started when I first started wrestling, sort of thing.
You started wrestling, did you? Who were you wrestling?
When I started
watching. Your demons. Your drinking problem. Your attitude problem. I mean, I could go on.
Are you finished? And she was more of like a valet and more of a, she was there.
Eye candy.
Yeah. But I feel like she definitely improved and sort of like showed her potential.
Yeah. No, I thought of 3. Nikki Bella was one of the 3 I thought of.
And your other 2?
The Miz would probably be number 1.
Oh yeah, Miz, very good shout.
Just when he first started, he was just terrible. I remember him butchering a promo where, so he was the host for the Diva Search, and he had to say the call number, and he just kept on getting the number wrong. It was a bit awkward to watch.
And now he does the best promos.
Yeah, now he's like the best promo, and he elevated the IC title to be a prestigious title again, which is what it should be.
Yeah, he's one of my favourite ever
IC champions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think the belt helps us, like that design of the belt really helped. I don't really like the new design of the belt.
Yeah,
really.
That's true.
I mean, it's okay, but I don't know why they seem to be changing. Like they've changed the belts in WWE that were already good, and they've got like belts that are crap and they've left them the same.
Yeah.
That's what I don't get really.
Not quite.
Someone else I was thinking of was Lance Archer.
Okay.
Just because I remember watching him in probably around 2006 when he was Lance Hoyt. And I thought this guy could be like a really big star in TNA, and then 15 years later, nearly he's a big star in AEW. So
yeah,
he's improved. 50. He has improved throughout the time. That's what I was getting at.
I keep thinking how ripped is it Zach Cardona is.
Who?
What's his name?
Who?
Matt Cardona.
Yeah.
So I put Zach Ryder and Matt Cardona together, didn't I?
You put his 2 names together.
I did, yeah. But in with AEW at the moment, he looks proper ripped, doesn't he?
Yeah. Someone else, I wouldn't say she was the most improved, but someone who I think is underrated is Carmella.
Oh yeah, I do like Carmella.
Yeah, I just don't think she gets enough TV time to let them show what she can actually do.
Yeah.
Even when she was SmackDown Women's Champion, I think it was more about. She was more of a segment champion than an actual in-ring wrestling champion.
Yeah.
In my opinion. So if you could choose a wrestling name for me, vice versa me to you, what would that name be?
A wrestling name?
Yeah.
God, I'd have to give you persona then as well, wouldn't I?
No, just a name.
Just a name.
Yeah.
This is a hard one. Just not have to sit here and think for ages. Have you gone for me?
Well, like it's like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like,
Okay.
Yours would probably be Mrs. No Days Off and something.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Is that who you're thinking of it? I don't know why.
Well, like, I've got like part of it. I just don't know what the other part would be. Just because you never stop bloody still, that's why.
Thanks. I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Oh, it is a compliment, sweetheart.
But you feel like we should go something like from your career being a chef. You look very unconvinced by that.
So you want me to be like the butcher and the blade?
You could be, well, no, because he's not a chef, is he?
That oyster shuck.
Yeah, the lobster.
Yeah. He's her lobster.
I know, it's Friends.
Yeah, well done. It's the second time we're talking about Friends today.
I know. After you've.
So today we went for a walk, going off topic, and there was a child that was probably about 6 years old wearing a Friends t-shirt. She doesn't know what Friends is. She doesn't know Ross and Rachel weren't on a break. She's going to think a break is someone on a tricycle.
It really did anger you, didn't it?
Well, a 6-year-old shouldn't be watching it. Even if she did know what it was, she shouldn't be watching it at 6 years old.
They think they're cool. Way off topic there.
Yeah, so are you going to pick a name or?
I'm going to go the lobster.
The lobster?
Yeah. No,
it's a terrible name.
I can't think of a name. Just trying to think about what would you give yourself if you had to give yourself a name?
TheMan Games.
Wait, you're gonna be TheMan Games? That is gonna be a wrestling name.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm gonna answer with a no comment on that one.
Yeah, but yours would be Mrs. No Days Off.
Yep.
Trying to think of something like spending money, but how do I work that into a word?
You're so funny.
Yeah, this is a hard one.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on to the next question then. Which wrestler do you think away from the ring is the best person? Didn't let fame go to the head. That kind of thing.
Okay, I've got two answers.
Ooh. I've got one straight away.
Okay, what? Can I talk you through mine?
Yeah.
First one, Becky Lynch.
Oh, wow.
I like
Good
Becky
call.
Lynch. I think, just the way she does all her puns, and she just sort of seems just like a really cool sort of chick, just sort of like,
yeah,
whenever it's on like interviews or whatever, and she just doesn't seem to care really about what other people think, and she's a bit of a geek, and I like that. But I would say, although I don't know, a good person, John Cena.
Yeah, I was definitely going to say John Cena.
And like just everything he does for everybody else, like all Make-A-Wish and this and that. It just seems to always want to, like, I don't know whether fame went to his head or not, what it was like beforehand, but I feel like he always tries to make time for other people.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So who are you going to say?
I was going to say him as well. I did think The Miz as well, actually.
Okay.
Just because when he does a lot of appearances for WWE and things like that, and you see him on Miz and Mrs. and he actually, even though he plays a bad guy on TV, he seems like a nice, genuine guy. Yeah. And then, you could say maybe like Daniel Bryan as well, just because he's very cares about the environment and he's tries to help ways of saving the planet and things.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be maybe my 3 choices.
Okay.
So the next question is, what is the match you've rewatched the most?
I actually have no idea. The match that I watched the most.
Yeah, I reckon mine would probably be TLC 2 or like a big match like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I feel like there's not like one match where I just keep watching it. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I can't watch wrestling like when I was a kid and there's been a pay-per-view on. Like if we bought it on Sky Box Office and I was at my dad's, I'd just keep watching it all week.
Yeah, like the whole pay-per-view.
Yeah, well, not all the whole pay-per-view, but because you paid for it, it was like constantly on, like the channel that you bought it on, so you could just put it on.
Yeah.
And it'd be.
You just watch it over and over again on loop. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, if you paid £15 for it, but you had it for a week, then we tried to get the most out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I couldn't do that nowadays. There's only so many hours you can. Well, there's so much more wrestling you have to try and watch in a week now, anyway, than there was back then.
Yeah. Fair play.
So you don't have an answer?
No, I can't think of a match that I've watched a lot of and that pops into my mind. Yeah. Do you think there is one?
I was thinking like a Nikki Bella match actually, but I can't think of which one it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is actually the last of the questions that we got sent in to us, but I thought I'd ask you maybe you a question, you can ask me a few questions and keep it going on for a little bit longer, or do you not want to do that?
Yeah, no, we can do that.
You're very scared.
You just didn't. I have got no questions prepared.
Well, neither do I, but
go for it.
So one of the questions before was, what's your favourite movie to feature a wrestler? Would you say was your least favourite?
Least favourite?
We are still here. She's just thinking.
I'm thinking. Least favourite. Oh, it's another John Cena film. Trainwreck. We went to see it in the cinema. It's got Amy Schumer.
Oh, yeah, I do remember, yeah.
Yeah, that was not a great film.
Oh, thanks, darling. I took you to see that.
I know you did. You didn't make the film, did you?
No. You did throw your popcorn on me, if you do remember.
Why? Because I didn't like the film?
No, because we went to sit down and you just knocked the popcorn out of my hand, if you don't remember.
No, I don't remember. I thought I literally threw the
popcorn. No, I just mean more like we went to sit down and you just knocked the popcorn all over me.
I enjoyed that. I actually thought that I was throwing popcorn at you for a reason.
Because the film was that good.
Yeah.
And The Longest Yard, actually, that's a film I was just thinking of now that you mentioned before. It's a really good film with wrestlers in. It's got Stone Cold, Kevin Nash, the Great Khali in, Goldberg in.
That's a good film.
Yeah, it's a good film. It's got Nelly in as well, and it's Chris Rock. Yeah, it's got all the stars in it.
Right, it started a film, isn't it?
Yeah. I think my least favourite film of a wrestler in. There is some good ones. I wouldn't say it's my least favourite, but we watched one with Edge and Lana in. The Interrogator, I think it was.
Oh, so, yeah.
And then he was in with the person that they were chatting. To me, the film just didn't make any sense.
Yeah, I do remember that. I can't remember what it was called, but
I'm sure it was like The Interrogator or something like that. But yeah, I just didn't really like the twist at the end because to me it made no sense.
What was that one that about in New York and the big heist and the Rock was in it?
Empire State.
Yeah. It was okay, but I wouldn't put that as a favourite.
Oh, really? I really like that film.
It's not like it. I didn't say it's horrendous, but...
We've watched it a few times, though.
Yeah.
The Final Score with Batista in that was a good film that we watched. And they're at a football match.
Oh, with his niece or something, or his...
Yeah. And then he's got that security guards helping him. And
yes, that's a good one.
Quite funny. Yeah. So, next question. From what you've seen wrestling at the moment, what would you say was the best thing you've seen recently on wrestling?
Oh, like all wrestling?
Yeah, all wrestling. AEW, NXT, Raw, SmackDown, Impact, New Japan,
Okay. Well,
NWA.
I've never watched an episode of New Japan in my life.
Oh, me neither.
Okay.
Actually, I've watched a few Wrestle Kingdom clips and things.
I would say enjoying the Bailey and Sasha stuff.
Yeah,
that's really good. Also loving everything that Orange Cassidy does. I'd pick those two of my two tops at the moment. You?
Even though to relinquish his championship, Karrion Kross winning the title.
Yeah, that was
really enjoyed that.
Wasn't it?
His entrance is just probably one of the best entrances in wrestling at the moment. I just hope when he gets called up they don't kill it.
Yeah. How long was he off?
I don't know actually. So they've killed Keith Lee's music since he's gone to the main roster.
Yeah.
But to be fair, they are doing a good job with Keith Lee on the main roster, apart from his entrance music and ring gear. His entrance attire to Payback, I wasn't a massive fan of that. Just looked a bit weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking the Sasha and Bailey stuff also.
A question for you. If you could go to, we're booking a holiday and we're going to America. Obviously, COVID's over, safe to fly. And we're going to go based around a pay-per-view. What pay-per-view would you want to go and watch next? So we've been to a Royal Rumble and we've been to a SummerSlam so far.
Yeah.
But we're going to pick, we're going to go another time of year. What pay-per-view would you like to go to next?
And it has to be in America.
No, I guess not, if you want to go elsewhere.
Well, if there's going to be because when we do these things, we make a trip of it, don't we?
Yes.
So I'd quite like to go to Las Vegas or Toronto, somewhere like that. So if we're going to go, I'd like to be somewhere that we actually want to go and not.
Yeah, okay, but what pay-per-view would you like to be there then? If you were to go to Las Vegas or Toronto, what pay-per-view would you like to see there? Because you're not going to go to Toronto to see the Great Balls of Fire, whatever it was called. Do you know what I mean?
I'd quite like to see another Royal Rumble, to be honest. More so now because there's a women's Royal Rumble as well.
Yeah.
And I kind of think the last few years the Royal Rumble pay-per-view has been better than the WrestleMania pay-per-view. So I would pick a Royal Rumble over WrestleMania now. I do think.
That surprises me.
Yeah.
I thought you might pick a
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You?
I think I'd just pick a Mania.
Sorry to interrupt you. If there was another women's Evolution pay-per-view, I would pick that over
Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble.
Oh. Okay. I would pick a Mania.
If we're just speaking about WWE, sorry to cut you off again.
Just keep going.
So obviously I'd really like to go and see an AEW event. But it just depends,
depends on
what the card would be. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, but the thing is, our difficulty is we don't have knowing this, do we? We have to book months in advance.
Yeah, true.
We very rarely book a trip to America within a couple of weeks' notice, do you?
Yeah, I know. I just more meaning I would probably I really enjoyed the first women's Evolution pay-per-view. If they was going to do a second one, I'd like to see that before other stuff in WWE.
Fair enough. I'd definitely say Mania though, just because say you've been to a WrestleMania.
Yeah. But can you imagine going to WrestleMania and then it's been one of the matches Baron Corbin against
just anybody?
I'm just trying to think of someone that would have Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns.
So we could go get a drink, isn't it? Anyway.
I guess. Last time I went to see SmackDown Live, Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns was actually in the main event.
I was going to say, I'm sure we've seen that.
Yeah. It's just a bit, with a card subject to change, it's a bit risky, isn't it?
It is, but that's what you do.
That's why, with the Royal Rumble, you know you're going to get a Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
I like to see a Money in the Bank ladder match.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I used to like Extreme Rules, but now I don't there's it might be Extreme Rules, but there's only 2 matches with a stipulation.
Yeah.
Whereas I think if you're gonna do Extreme Rules, every match should have a stipulation, even if it's just a no holds barred or, you know, I'm not saying every match has to be really dangerous, but at least have like some stipulation on every match.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're gonna call it a day for the end of this episode of the Man Games. If this is the first time you listen to the podcast show, please give it a like. Let us know what you thought in the comments. And please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the Man Games. This has been the podcast show. It's been the man
and the wife.
Thank you for listening.